Replicon Radio is sponsored by Lex the Hexmaster and the Shadow Army.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Shout out to Lex. Shout out to the Shadow Army.
Shout out to Lex the Hexmaster.
Shout out to everybody tuned in, man.
Shadows.
We appreciate y'all. Hope you guys were enjoying the musical break. We are back. We are live. We're back up on YouTube as well. If you guys are listening live, head on over to the YouTube. Chat with us there. Tell your friends. Share out the link. Do all those good things. Subscribe. Because,
How do I?
I can send it to you. Nobody can hear you, but hang on.
Our guest has requested something.
Oh, good. But yeah, man, we're how about those sports teams?
How about what?
I don't know. Hang on one second.
We got a tie game right now, ladies and gentlemen. 7-on.
Who are you rooting for? I think you were mentioning the Lions there, Rue.
I picked Green Bay to win, and I got Green Bay's defense playing tonight. So, but I was giving Heimerl shit earlier.
He seems to be rooting for the Lions.
He's a cheese packing fan.
Well, there you go. We are here.
I like cheese.
But yeah, man, as we do every week, we have a special guest on the line. He's tuned in. He's listening right now. I just sent him a text message with the link. But let's just jump on into it, man. We got the homeboy on the phone, man. My friend, my homie,
the BFFs.
Give it up for Jericho.
Yeah.
What's up, brother?
Man, not too much. Well, a lot, I guess, but not too much at the same time.
I hear you there.
Felt that.
We were talking about it earlier, man. I'm super excited for this because, like, we've had, technically this is your third time on Replicon Radio, but this is like the first time all over again.
Yes, it is.
Because we originally had you on the show years ago, promoted as a band called The Scrapes, which turned into back into Rehab. And then you hopped on for our Christmas special, which is just usually like a fun kind of chill thing.
Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, it was fun, man. So, like, because I was talking about it earlier, we've, you're my friend now, but back then I didn't even know you, so we didn't really get to know you that well. We got to know your kind of your start with Danny.
Yeah, I can remember where I was when we had that first phone conversation.
Dude, it was
yeah, and I remember stuff like that, man. I appreciate that you had us on because, I mean, everybody knew Danny, but nobody really knew who the Scrapes were, and y'all were the first one to give us an opportunity, which is really cool.
Hell yeah. Well, we were excited for it, too, and I'm excited where it's led, man. Like, for real. Like, I love this dude, everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, not to get all weird straight up.
Nah, dude. I always feel like you're family. I'm like, when I see you, I'm like, oh, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always a cool thing, man. And yeah.
Yeah, P's usually like the leech of the crowd here. He leeches right on. He don't let go.
That's right. Yeah, if I love you, you're screwed.
You're right.
But yeah, man. So like, but since I have gotten to know you and we have become friends, like, I know that you got a story, and I want people to know about that, man. Like,
he wants to know, but we want to share it with everybody.
We want to share it with the world. We want to share the story of Jericho, the gospel of Jericho, if you will, with the rest of the world, man. Like, you've been through some stuff.
I guess I'll. Okay, well, it was at 2:45 a.m. when I was. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Happy birthday.
No, so I was a solo artist. Went by Jericho, and I had got signed to. I can't say legally their name, blankety blank, and Capitol Records, and immediately I knew it was a bad situation. Capitol did the distribution, so it's not really their fault. I can't really put no blame on them, but it was a bad situation.
Some random sub label or something.
Yeah, it was like I was signed to the gas station in Capitol was the Walmart. I never made it to the Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I was at the marathon working, but yeah, man, it was it really opened my eyes to the music industry. It taught me a lot of things, so I have no regret for that part. And it just taught me that I guess I thought if it was a Christian label that there were, Christian people and they cared about stuff that I felt like was important. And, but dude, it's all money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter if it's Christian or what they call secular. Dude, at the bottom of the day, everybody wants their money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
And so I got out of that deal legally. They had done a breach of contract, and so I was able to get all my music back, and I had reached out to Danny like right when I was getting ready to drop that album, and me and him recorded a song, and we just started becoming friends, and I'd go stay with him. Like if you've ever met Danny, which you have, you know that he's like the most like down to earth, genuine person. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, absolutely.
Like he's just Danny. You know what I'm saying? Like he is who he is. And there's no fake to his funk, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and he just don't care about a whole lot of things. He's just chill and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
you just pick any random like Southern guy and you just go, "Hey, you want a beer?" Like that's Danny. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, exactly.
You want a beer guy? Like
you want to rap on this track or something? But yeah. So we had done that, and then we were gonna do a thing called the Scrapes. And probably right after we talked to you, we got offered a deal as Rehab, and Danny's like, "Do you care if we call it Rehab?" I was like, "I don't care what we call it." So we put out that Gallica album, and then we started touring, and man, it's been awesome. But I guess I announced this here. This is the first time I spoke about this. After December, I am no longer a member of Rehab.
Oh no.
Yeah, nothing bad.
What was it gonna say?
What?
No, I was gonna say, is it it's a good thing or a bad thing or?
Yeah, it's totally nothing bad at all. But I mean, I'm still on the road, obviously with them until then. But what had happened is during quarantine, we started just recording. You know what I mean? Just recording stuff, and we were, me and Danny weren't near each other. We just kept just putting out stuff, which was awesome. Danny's dropped like 3 EPs, and he's probably got about 12 more to drop. And then he has like a full album that is coming out. That is just, when I tell you, like, this is my personal belief. I believe it'll change Danny's life like Bartender did all over again. This new album. But October 20.
Are you featured on that?
What's that?
Are you on that record?
No. This was recorded before I met him, but it's finally getting put out.
Oh, okay.
Or actually, I knew him, but I'm saying like we weren't. You know what I'm saying? We weren't doing the full blown Rehab thing. And man, but it is like it's a timeless record. I can't wait for everybody to hear it. And October 22nd, we have our last album coming out live at the print shop. And so I had been I recorded this real dumb song, and it did really, really good. Go figure, right? And then I had got offered a deal, and I turned it down because I'm a loyal person, by nature. And I was just like, I just don't know if I can do it. You know what I mean? And but because I did that dumb song, I got offered a job. Yeah, Buck Wild, yeah. Okay. And I had done that, and then I got an offer to do some stand-up comedy in Nashville, and we did a sold-out show in Zany's, not because of me, because of Kristen Tuff, the comedian, and she let me open for her, and then I got offered to do a tour as a comedian, and I was like, well, dang, maybe I'm supposed to do comedy, you know what I'm saying? I can still do the Rehab thing.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was really weird, and then after that night, they're like, hey, come to Alabama, do Alabama with us. I did Alabama. And then I opened for Catfish Cooley, and I was like, man, maybe I'm supposed to be doing comedy. You know what I'm saying? It was really weird.
Catfish Cooley's funnier than shit.
Dude, he is full blown nuts.
Yeah.
But the reason that Buck Wild song blew up is like actually David Ray, who helps Jelly Roll write a lot of stuff. We wrote that song together, and and I knew when I wrote it, I was like, this is a dumb song, but it'll work with Southern. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a funny satire song. But the real reason it blew up is because of Southern Mama, Darren Knight, the comedian, because he's hilarious and he has a huge fan base, and he really helped me out by doing that, that song with me. So it did really good. So then I was like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to be a comedian, right? And I had met with some people and some managers and things like that. I just, the Hollywood people are weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how else to say it other than it's really weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? The more you meet people in the industry, and I'm not talking about any of those comedians that I was just talking about. They're all down to earth, really cool. But I'm saying, like, the Hollywood type, dude, they're just weird, dog. Like, it's just like a facade, and it's fake. And I was like, all right, maybe I'm not supposed to do comedy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
like, you're talking about like agents and stuff, and people that wanted to like book you and things like that.
Well, people interested in managing me, and then they're like, I mean, dude, like, like some weird stuff. I'll have to tell you off the phone.
Oh boy!
Oh shit! Yeah, just like, and I was just like, I don't know, it weirded me out. Yeah, so I was like, all right, maybe I'm not supposed to do comedy, but however, it was a blast, and like, it went really well. Not saying I'm like the next Kevin Hart or anything, but it went really good. And I was like, okay, so that's something I can knock off my list. I got to do that. You know what I'm saying? And how
hard was it for you to come up with your material for your first set?
It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard at all. I didn't even practice at all because all I do is tell stories that are true. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But they're funny. And dude, it was so natural up there, dude. Like, I had no anxiety, or like, it was weird, dude. Like, the first show I did was sold out in Nashville, and it was like I'd done it a million times. Like, it was no like pressure or anything. It was odd. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
I listen to a lot of like comedians podcasts, like Bill Burr and stuff, and they talk about like coming up and new comedians and stuff, and how hard it is just to get out there for that first time and just do it.
Yeah, well, I've done public speaking like a long time, so that part, like, it had got me prepared. You know what I'm saying? Prepared, and I was like, "What's the worst that can happen?" They don't laugh, and I just go, "All right, man, see y'all later," and walk off stage, go get my car, and never come back.
You told the stories about how the midgets inappropriately touched you while you're making the rehab video.
No, I didn't tell that, but I told some funny date stories that I won't tell here. That I don't even want musically to hear anything about those funny stories. But anyways, yeah, we'll tell you another off the record one.
We'll have to catch the next.
We're gonna have to do an off-air interview,
right?
Yeah, yeah, right. No, but so then I recorded some more songs, and another one I did called "Rock and Roll" with David Ray. Got a lot of traction for a single of mine. And then I started getting, some offers about stuff, and I was like, okay, so, and I got this in the back of my head, like, what would be the next move? And I reached out to a guy named Bobby, which is over Redneck Nation. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That's Upchurch, the Rednecks people. Okay. And me and Bobby just talked, and I reached out to Bobby and said, "Hey man, would you be interested in doing this situation?" And he called me and said, "Let's roll, dude. Let's do it." And so they signed me, and it is the first time that a label, when they say something, they've done everything they said they're going to do, and it's unbelievable, man. It's like amazing. It's amazing, and so I'm super excited. It's still independent, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like being tied down to a major, Mm-hmm. And they give me total freedom over everything, and it's like, it was like instantly family, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just felt like you knew them forever, and they actually care about you. They actually check on you, and they'll call sometimes, nothing to do with music. "Hey, I just want to check on you, make sure you're okay today." You know what I'm saying? And which is awesome. And
that's Battleground Records. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. So what it is Redneck Nation, and we decided to do a branch called Battleground Records because I'm country. Like, I live out in the country. I live on 9 acres. I know I probably don't look like that, but I do. But I'm not a redneck. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a difference in country and redneck. I'm not a redneck. But I'm country. And so he was like, let's do a thing called Battleground Records. And they've got some amazing artists. Obviously, everybody knows who Upchurch is because anything he touches goes gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane. And but they flew me down to Florida, or got me down to Florida. I'm sorry, I drove down to Florida and shot all the videos for my album in 1 week. And we got everything done, man. We're getting ready to go. I had this idea for a video. I've always wanted to be in a pool with alligators, you know?
Whoa.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always had this this vision of being in a pool with alligators, and so I have this song with.
I know we didn't talk about your childhood really, but why have you always had a dream of wanting to be in a pool of alligators?
I'm from Florida originally, and I was like, something about it's like, all right, so this story is pretty funny. So TJ Freak, I don't know if you're familiar with him.
I recognize the name.
Yeah, he's on the hook, and so I was like, all right, man, we're going to go to Florida. So I called this gator farm, and I said, hey, man, we'd like to rent out your facility to do this thing, and they're telling me about all the gators they have. It was kind of Tiger King-ish, but it was more like Gator King-ish, you know what I'm saying, a little bit. And he's like, yeah, man, we got like a 14-footer you can sit on and ride it. And I'm like, bro, I'm not sitting on any alligators today, like none. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially not a 14-footer. So he was like, do you want their mouth taped or not taped? I was like, we could leave them untaped. He's like, well, you know, good chance they'll bite you. I was like, we'll tape them. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Right, yeah, tape them up.
And then, so I get in this pool and I'm laying down, and one of the workers comes over to me dead serious, and he's like, hey, man, you got to be careful. And I was like, no, they ended up taping their mouths. He's like, yeah, but we've had a bunch of employees get knocked out by their tails. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I was like, why would you tell me that when I'm laying with all these alligators?
Bro, ain't you never seen Steve Irwin growing up? Shit.
All right. And but the gators, the ones I had in the pool, weren't huge, but they were big enough, he said, to knock you out. So I was like, all right. So I'm laying there shaking the whole time, and one crawled up my shirt, and I'm like, screw. I got to find the blooper for that because I was screaming like a woman for him to get the alligator out of my shirt. But I ended up, we left there and we went to eat. I ended up getting salmonella poisoning from the alligators. What? And I could literally crap through a screen porch for like 3 days, dude. It was brutal.
It's just because they eat all that raw chicken and the raw food that they throw them and stuff like that. So it's all over their heads and shit.
Wow.
Oh, dude. It was the sickest I've ever been in my life, dude. And I had had COVID before, if that tells you anything. So,
that's right.
And we had already hired the film crew, right? So they're there, and I'm like, so that we shoot that video. The next day, I was like, hey, y'all, I can't shoot anything. Like, something's seriously wrong with me. And the third day, I pushed through, and I was like, all right, I can walk without, you know what I mean, anything crazy happening. So we're gonna try this. And I ended up getting poison oak from the gator shoot as well, and my legs were, dude, like destroyed, man. It was crazy to say the least that week down there. But however, we shot all 6 videos, and I'm flying down there to shoot one more video, and we've got it done, and they're getting everything lined up, man, and I can't be more excited about it. I'm excited, man, about not only my stuff, man, but it seems like everybody that I know or know of or some relation to is like really doing good, man. Look at Jelly Roll.
Right, absolutely, man.
I mean, it's literally nuts, man. It's nuts. Just how it's deserved, but it's just how big he's gotten. It's crazy, man.
For real. No, absolutely, he's killing it. Yeah, are you next? You're next to play the Ryman, I guess, huh?
Yeah, or I might be out front with my guitar with some change of the rhyming. No, I'm just kidding. No,
that counts, right?
Yeah, it does.
No,
I played the parking lot of the Rylands.
I'm really, really, really confident in this album. Just with everything that went into it. Most of it was done by Coco, which is Nelly's producer, amongst other people's producer as well. But man, I'm really confident in this album, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm more confident in Battleground and what they're doing with it. If it don't pop, it won't be from the lack of trying. I can tell you that, because they are who they say they are, and they are getting it.
That's awesome.
So
I hope this alligator video lives up to all the terrible things you had to go through. My God.
Yeah. I literally, dude, those next 2 days, dude, I didn't even want to think about like being around alligators, or the thought of it just made me sick, dude. It was like, dude, it was terrible, man. Like, I was so sick.
Wouldn't that be like the universe just fucking with you? It's like, yeah, you got in a fucking kiddie pool with alligators, and you know the thing that killed you was fucking salmonella. That would have been some bullshit.
But dude, what was funny is I'm laying in there like shaking, right, with all these little alligators swimming around me, and I looked up and there's a sign of a little kid, and I was like, where's that picture from? Because they're holding an alligator. They're like, oh, the kids get in here with the alligators. And I'm like, what? And I'm sitting here like shaking to death, dude. Like I'm doing something that's never been done before.
He's in the corner of the fucking the petting zoo, freaking out. Like, oh, I'm drowning. I got alligators all over me. And the kids are like, what's he doing?
Right.
So it was everything you ever dreamed, I guess, huh? Your dream came
Yeah,
true.
Battleground actually shut down the whole park for us and rented out the whole park. But yeah, it was so funny. I'm laying there shaking. I see this sign of these little kids holding alligators, and I was like, wait, what a minute. What is this where I'm at? And they're like, oh, this is the kiddie pool where the kids get in here with the alligators.
That's where you got the salmonella from, is those dirty babies.
Right.
Kids in their dirty hands. Rolling. That's awesome, man.
And then we shot a video called Rollin', and we went down Trump lives, I don't know, it's called Montalargo or something. I'm going to say it wrong, but it's called Billionaire Lane. And we drove, we shot down there, dude. It was insane, dude. The houses there were like insane, dude, like crazy. And we rented a really dope car for the video. It was, man, I had a lot of fun down there shooting all this stuff. And this album is going to have everything, man. It's going to have rapping, it's going to have singing, it's going to have, a fun vibe, a down vibe. It's just there's so many different, it's a roller coaster. So I'm excited.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations on all of it so far. So is there an anticipated release for this? Like what's
Yeah, it's going to be early November.
Awesome. So not too
early
much
November.
Longer. Not too.
But the
much
pre-order,
longer.
the pre-order will start before then, and I think we'll be dropping like a single and a video every week until it drops.
Awesome, man. So tons of big stuff coming for Jericho.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So you kind of talked about it a little bit, but like, with the couple singles and stuff during quarantine. But like, what was it like? Obviously, you were a solo artist before, and then we know the story of joining up with Danny. Like, what was it about this new, I don't know, like newfound longing to go back to that, or to like to?
Well, I really, honestly, I didn't plan on going back to that. Like I said, I'm a pretty loyal person, but Danny writes like so. By the time it takes me to write one song, Danny can write literally probably 20. Like he's really an unbelievable he's just talented, man. I know he hates when people say that, but he really is. You know what I'm saying? And so literally at his house, he's just got stacks of notebooks. So he's just hammering these songs out. I was like, well, crap, man, I better do something besides just sitting here and getting rusty. You know what I mean? And I just started, dropping songs, and they started, doing pretty good, man. And I was like, well, dang, man. I knew when I wrote that Buck Wild song, I told my wife, I said, this is dumb, but I guarantee it'll blow up just because it's dumb. and I think it like had 500,000 views in a day. And so yeah, it was cool. And then I was like, all right, so I don't want that to be the last impression of me. I want to do some more serious songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And I started doing more serious ones, and you know, I started getting some people interested in me, and got reached out by a couple labels, and but ultimately, I'm so glad that I waited it out, and I'm with Bobby and Laura from Battleground, because they're the real deal, man. Like, seriously. So I'm thankful.
That's awesome, man. I'm super excited for you, and I'm excited for the record. So does that? So you said, you know, at the end of the year, you're you know, officially leaving rehab. I would assume you and Danny obviously talked about it, since you're out on the road and he knows that things are coming. So like, what is it, like a definite end of you in rehab, or like what is? Is there a solo Jericho and a rehab in the future, or like?
No, I think we've talked about doing like now I can't say this is in stone. I'm just saying we've talked about maybe once a year doing a huge thing with every member of rehab there's ever been, doing a show somewhere, like in Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
The ones that'll show up anyway.
Yeah, well, most of them will show up. I think except for one of them. But other than that, I'm not gonna say who that is. But anyways,
the Looney Tune. I love that guy.
Huh?
I said the Looney Tune.
But I think that would be a blast. That would be a blast. And and another thing too is Danny. You know, Danny's been doing this forever, man. Like, and you know, one day he might wake up and say, "Man, I just ain't really feeling this no more." You know what I'm saying?
He did that once, didn't he? And then you're kind of the reason he's back.
Yeah, and he has the right to do that. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this forever, and I get it, man. It's not as glamorous as everybody thinks it is. You know, like when you're out on the road. Now, I love being on the road because I love meeting new people. I love, you know, I just love people, really, in general. So, it's always cool to me, and I like sightseeing, seeing weird stuff. So, but it's a lot of times you don't get to sightsee. You're going to the venue, you're stopping at gas stations. You know, you get something to eat at the venue, go to the hotel.
Yeah.
But if that's the worst, I mean, I feel like I'm the luckiest, blessed guy in the world. You know, I get to do this for a living. So. And I get to be a part of, in my opinion, history, because rehab is like, has touched so many people's lives, dude. You know what I mean? Through music, and Absolutely. It's pretty wild, man. Like, it's really crazy to think about that I got to be a part of that.
No, it was amazing. I'm glad you did too, and I'm glad I got to see it. And I'm sad you're not going to be a part of it anymore, because I heard some of the music that you guys made that hasn't come out yet. So that makes me sad.
I know. Yeah. I know.
Where's that gonna go? We're gonna put that out.
I don't know, man. I might try to steal some of those songs. Just kidding. I don't know what those might end up getting dropped later on or something. Who knows? But I'm telling you, like the Danny Boone album, where it's just him singing. I don't know what the name of the album is, or I would say, but it's gonna be crazy, man. It's phenomenal, man, and I'm excited for him. And he's excited for me, you know what I'm saying, on the other end of everything. And so it's cool, man. I'm just, yeah, like I said, I remember being young and my dad saying, "Hey, man, check out this song." And he would record videos off MTV, and one of them was sitting at a bar. And to think years later, my dad came to see me perform that song, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With
awesome.
Danny is just weird. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
The whole thing, I mean, the whole story, just you reaching out for a feature, like, and then you like say something about, you guys started talking about God or something, right? And that's kind of why.
Yeah. I had reached out, and I was like, "Hey, what would you charge for a hook?" And I was like, "This dude's going to be like just some astronomical amount of money." And I was like, "I'm not going to do it." My buddy kept saying, "Dude, I'll give you the money. Like, just do it." Like, cause I was broke at the time. And, I was like, "Dude, it's going to be too much." He's like, "Dude, just reach out, bro." And I did one night on, I think it was like Twitter, and Danny was like, "For you, nothing." So I was like, "Okay, this is a fake account or something, you know?" And I was like, why nothing? He's like, I see that on your bio, you're a believer in God. And I was like, call me if this is real. And he called me. I sent my number, you know what I'm saying? And he called me. He's like, what's up, man? And I was like, is this for real you? And he's like, yeah, dude. And he's like, you want a verse, hook? What do you want? Just like that. I was like, what? And like, dude, we probably talked every night, or at least we've talked every other day since that day. Like, it's weird, man. It's crazy how that works out. And yeah, he's always be my brother, and I love him to death, and I'm excited for him, man.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, that's so amazing. Yeah, I love that story so much, and hopefully it's not the end, but either way.
Yeah, I mean, I would.
Stuff.
Yeah, I'll probably cry the last show or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sensitive guy, but yeah.
I'll probably cry the last show, and I probably won't be there.
You want to come out to the last show? We'll cry. We'll cry together.
I'm totally down with that. I will cry with you, brother.
How far are you from Ohio?
I don't know.
Must be far. How far are you from?
Depends on where at in Ohio, but it's about 8 hours.
What's Dayton, like 6? I think
8. Dayton's further. It's like 10. Like 9.
How far are you from Indiana? Or no, Indianapolis.
About
4
4.
hours.
Yeah,
about 4 hours.
Because we got a show there, not this Friday, but next.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll send you an invite, or you know what I'm saying, I'll text you the rundown.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? We were just in Indiana 2 days ago.
Oh, what were you doing there?
Hosting an event in New Haven.
Okay. Did you go to the gathering this year?
Yep. For a couple days.
So I'm a little salty. We didn't get to be a part of the gathering, and then Vanilla Ice sang our song at the end.
Right.
At the end of the set.
I was texting you. Like, no way.
Dude, that was funny. I was like, wow, they saved money. They just had Vanilla Ice. Hey, bro, can you just sing this song at the end?
Right. We don't need to book rehab. Just let Vanilla Ice sing.
Right, dude. I was like, this is hilarious. I was like, wow. I wish I could. Do you got footage of that?
Yeah, I thought I sent it to you.
No, you never did. I got to see it if you have it.
Yeah, I posted it just with that. Just that.
Okay.
I'll say
I got to see that, dude. That's funny.
He didn't. I mean, in all honesty, he didn't. He just kind of sang the hook and just let the track play. But still, it was like that was his finale. Like,
did he do Ice Ice Baby?
Well, yeah, he did that earlier, but
okay, and then he closed down with our song.
Yeah, that it was
wow.
like it was Rehab, and then it was Lil Troy, right? Were they mixed together or something? It was like Wanna Be a Baller, and then Bartender.
You know what's weird? Like last month we did a show with Lil Troy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe Vanilla Ice was there.
Maybe he was there like, dude, this is hot. I want to mix these two together.
Do a mashup, man. That's crazy. It's wild, man. No, that's like, I mean, it's crazy. That song in general is just a phenomenon of its own.
Dude, and TikTok has brought it like back to life again, all over again.
Right, has it?
Yeah, dude. It was like the number. I want to say something crazy, like in the top 5 songs on TikTok for like 2 months, dude. It was like one of the trend. It was top trending song. It was crazy, dude. I was like, this is insane.
I mean, it's a great song, but it's just
yeah, no doubt.
I remember when it got big the first time, which was like 10 years after I enjoyed it the first time, because I bought the record when it came out. Like the day it came out, I was at the midnight sale. And then 10 years later, it hit big on the jukeboxes, and now another 10 years later, it's on TikTok. Yeah,
dude. So with the when that album came out, I can say this because I'm not on it, dude. That album was so ahead of its time and so different. It's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. That was like the soundtrack to many of parties when I was a adolescent.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah. So are you like TikTok famous now? Since you're
no, definitely not, dude. I need to do better on TikTok. I just can't. I can't. The only video I had that blew up on TikTok was this snake under a lawnmower, and everybody watched it because they thought I was going to cut the snake up, but I never did, and they were very disappointed in the comments. So that's my claim to fame. I let everybody down on TikTok.
You missed the opportunity. You could have made the video a bartender on TikTok, like the OGs. Everybody loves seeing the people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can still do it. It's still hot on TikTok. What I could have said,
you better
is,
do it
March
before December when you're not part of the band anymore.
You're right. I should have said bartender. I really did this time and turned on the lawnmower and slung the snake out the blade.
That probably would have went viral.
Yeah, probably so.
That's crazy, man. I wanted to go back in time a little bit. We should have done this earlier, but we didn't. But
DeLorean.
Like you're like prior to the Rehab and Danny stuff. Obviously, we talked about it. You were a solo artist doing your thing. Tell me about the point in time where you left home and you were homeless and you were out there. Like, what was going on? Like,
okay. So I had done like so if I use these Christian terms that people don't know, I try to explain. But in the Christian world, if you don't do Christian music, it's called secular music. Okay.
Yes.
So that's why I'm just trying to explain that. But I was like, dude, I was such a before I got accepted God in my life, dude, I was such a liar, a manipulator, but I was really super duper insecure, and I just kind of, hit it different ways. But a liar, manipulator, to say the least, amongst other things. But I was living in Nashville, and I had some pretty cool things happen. And I don't want to say their name, but this band, it wasn't a band, it was a hip hop group. They were super duper popping at the time, right? And they had kind of, momentum had slowed down, and one of them had wanted to sign me. And so we flew me out to, we went to Atlanta to shoot a music video.
You were doing secular music, is that what you're saying at the time?
Yeah. Like, booty popping and talking about my whatever, anatomy and all that stuff. But like every other rapper, right? So we were at this. We were actually at CeeLo Green's house. He wasn't there, but we got his house for the video. And I was sitting there watching these rappers, and they were playing video games with their kids, and they, talking to their wives. And then they're like, all right, we're about to shoot in 5 minutes. The wife and kids had to go run into the other room, and these dudes are holding bottles of liquor and smoking joints, and all these girls come in the room. And I was like, I remember just being like, oh my gosh, this is all fake. You know what I'm saying? It was like when I found out wrestling wasn't real, I was heartbroken. And I was just sitting there oh my gosh, man, this is crazy. All these people, 90% of these rappers are just lying. You know what I'm saying? It's just a facade. It's not even real. And so I was living in Nashville in an apartment with some buddies, and I was just tired, dude. It seemed like everything I tried just failed, dude. Or I'd get so close and I would just fail, or I would just have these epiphanies about everything. And so I was like, man, I'm giving my life to God. I'm not telling anybody. I'm not advertising. People will know my life has changed within a few months. And so I just, man, literally cried out to God. I was like, God, I'm tired of living this lifestyle. I'm just over it, man. I feel like I can't catch a break, and this and that. So I had started writing what you would say Christian songs, or songs about God. And I knew, it was so weird, man. I knew I was going to go on the road. I knew I was going to tour, but I had no way, no money, no nothing, right? And this is going to maybe weird y'all out or whatever, but I'm just going to tell y'all the story anyways, all right? I mean, y'all seen enough. Y'all are at the gathering. This won't weird you out too much, right? But I had just envisioned this white, what do you call those conversion vans? Those real nice vans,
White vans?
And, yeah, not a minivan, but a conversion van with the the captain seats and the bed in the back and all this stuff, you know.
You like the I Want Free
And
Candy
I was like,
vans?
What's that?
I said like the free candy vans. Get in little.
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but maybe, probably.
Creepy, like creepy, dirty vans.
No, not the creepy van.
Oh,
these were like super nice. I
know, like a.
And I would be looking in these like car magazines and online trying to find like one of those vans. They were just way out of my price range, like way out. And I was at work one day looking at these vans, and I was just like, golly, man, I can't afford this. And like, it was like I heard God's voice just say, seek me first, I'll take care of everything. And I remember closing that car magazine, because I would get all these car magazines to look up, you know, try to find deals. And I threw them away, and I was like, all right, I'll never look at another one. And within like the next week, this lady from church that I hadn't really been going to church, but I would visit sometimes. And she's like, hey, I'm writing this song. Me and my husband would like for you to come over and hear it, right? And I said, cool. And I went over to their house, and in the backyard, they had this, dude, I'm telling you, it's like the same van I envisioned. Everything was this white conversion van. And I said, hey, whose van is this? And they said, it's ours. And I said, oh my gosh. I said, are y'all going to sell this? And they said, nah, we don't want to sell it. It's the only thing. They had other vehicles, but they're like, this is the only vehicle we can haul over all of our kids and our family. I was like, okay. So we go in there, and she's telling me about the song, but all I can think about is that van, that van. Yeah. And so when I leave there, I was like, hey, can I look inside the van? And she was like, yeah, sure. So I get inside the van, dude. I close all the windows, and I just sit there. And as weird as it sounds, I just felt like God said, this is your van. And I start like crying. I'm like, but they're saying it's not my van. They're not going to sell it. You know what I mean? And I was just sitting there like, all right, you know, I trust you. And I get out of the van, and I was like, this is really nice. This is cool. And I get in my car and go home. And like 5:30 in the morning, she calls me, and she's like, hey, Jay. And I was like, yeah. I was like, are y'all okay? I thought something, bad had happened. And she's like, this is the weirdest thing, but me and Tony couldn't sleep all night. God told us to give you this van. Can you come get it today? Literally, dude. And they're like, we just put new tires on it and everything. Just come get it. Like, we cannot keep it here. Like, you're supposed to have this van. Like, come get it today. They're like, we'll give you money to get your tag and everything. Just come get it. What? And so it's weird, right? So I have this van now. So I go get this van, and I was like, all right, God, I'm going to separate myself from everything but you. And I got out of the apartment, and I lived in a Walmart parking lot in Lebanon, Tennessee for like a month and a half, 2 months. And if not longer, I can't remember exactly how long it was. And so I go to work, and I go to the Walmart parking lot, and there was a Anytime Fitness, and I'd go shower in there, and I'd just go sleep in this van. And at first I thought it was cool. And then like towards the end, dude, I was having like a meltdown because nothing was happening. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'm in this van. I thought I was going to be on tour. Like, nothing's happening. And my mom texted me the first time she ever texted me, because this is when she didn't know how to text. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Parents are kind of not hip to everything. She says, are you okay? I had a clear blue, and it was a Super Bowl Sunday, and I was just having a really rough night. And I put NOO exclamation mark 00000 no. And she calls me, and she's like, what's going on? And I'm like I'm having, dude, like I don't know if you call it a mental breakdown or whatever you would call it. I was having it, and I'm like crying and screaming, and she's like, what is going on with you? And I was like, all these Christian people, they're fake. They said, I felt like if I was going to do Christian music, I'd be on the road, and I'm living in a van. And when I was like, buck wild, I had a nice apartment, and this and that. My mom's straightforward. My mom said, hey, Jay, she said, just shut up for a second. Just shut up. And she said, you got food tonight? And I said, yeah. And she said, you got something to drink? And I said, yeah. And she's like, you got somewhere to sleep? And I was like, in my van. She's like, I didn't ask you that. She said, you got somewhere to sleep tonight? And I said, yeah. And she's like, then shut your mouth and stop complaining about everything you don't have, and start thanking God for things you do have. There's people that would die for what you have tonight. And I hung up the phone and drank my juicy juice, and was like, you know what? She's right. And so I just would every day after work, like, God, thank you for this situation I'm in, you know? And I had this idea for T-shirts. I spent my last money on these T-shirts and to go on tour with. By the way, I had no tour set up at all. And this dude from Punta Gorda, Florida called me, and he found me on Reverb Nation. I had put like one song up, dude. And he said, hey, is this Jericho? I said, yeah. And he said, hey, man, I'm throwing this concert. I just feel like you're supposed to be the headliner. What will you charge to come down to Florida? And I was like, nothing. And he's like, what? And I was like, yeah, nothing. I'll just come, because I was so excited. And I left in my van, went down to Florida, and I never stopped touring till this day, literally.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. I went there. There was another guy there that was there, and he said, hey, man, will you come to my church next week? I went to his, and literally, dude, for I think it was 6 years, I never stopped touring one time.
Well, hopefully you stop doing it for free so you can afford to get to these places.
Dude, so it was really weird, dude. Like, these mega churches would have me and wouldn't pay me anything. And then it would be like these small churches with like 5 people there that would like give me enough gas money, you know what I'm saying? And like really take care of me. Yeah. I can remember probably I didn't get my first hotel room paid for like 4 years, dude. Like, it was pretty brutal. But it taught me a lot, and it you know, I'm saying it made me appreciate things, and I wasn't doing it for that anyways, because I never charged an amount unless someone's like, okay, we got to have an amount. What do you want? Sure. And so I just went and did whatever, and I would play in front of hundreds of people, and I would play literally, dude. I remember going to places and playing in front of like 4 people, and you talk about some humbling experiences, bro. Woo!
I mean, you were doing like churches and stuff. Were you doing like praise and worship music, or did you just all of a sudden have a ton of original Christian music after being?
No, I had a lot of original Christian music. I had been writing. You know what I'm saying? And recording. So I was ready to go, man. I had like I think 9 or 10 songs. I was like, yeah, and I just went, dude, and just did it, bro. And that's what that's my advice to artists is like, whether it be, you know, whatever kind of music you're into, I don't care if it's rock or rap or whatever. It's like, you know, just the humble beginnings are good for us. It teaches us, you know what I mean? Like, I think when people get in bands that are already popping, they expect that, and it's not good. Like, if I had just jumped into rehab and we're doing all these nice shows, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I appreciate it because I went through some struggle, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, whew, went through some struggles. So, yeah, I'm thankful for all that, and it taught me a lot, man.
That's amazing, though. I need to find these van giveaway people. Though, I'm telling you, man, that's nuts.
Right, yeah. She's and now she's like a really dope singer. That lady, her name is Harley James. If you ever get a chance to look her up, she's really dope. We were in the studio together, and she was like, we were having some downtime, and she's playing "Somebody Save Me" by Jelly Roll, you know.
Yeah.
And we're at David Ray's, and he calls D-Ray while we're on the phone. Just happens to call while we're there. And D-Ray's like, check this out. And she's singing, and she's like, oh my gosh, it's Jelly Roll. And he's like, this is my favorite version of the song. It was really cool. And definitely made her day.
So the lady that gave you the van years and years and years ago, you were recently in the studio with her, huh?
Oh yeah, like I've stayed connected with them, and yeah, they're like family still. So yeah, she's actually on this new album with me. And she's on the Storm Rolls On too, that song as well. So okay.
Dope.
Yeah.
To see, that's your story, man. You're talking about the Danny Boone thing is just like chapter 50. Your story, that, you know what I'm saying? Like coming up is that's the Jericho story, man.
Dude, there's so much like crazy. I was telling this artist, he went with us to some shows this past weekend. I was just telling him stories of me, like, just trusting God when I had no way of knowing anything. And I was like, dude, some of these stories is like so crazy, it's hard to believe. But can I tell you one more crazy story? Do you got time?
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Okay. So this is, my mom was a.
I was going to ask you about your mom.
Yes, this is really dope.
I learned about this
recently. I learned. My mom taught me to really trust God from an early age, and even though I rebelled, but she got signed to like a hole in the wall label in Nashville. It was like a crappy deal, like the typical Nashville bull crap. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, we were living in Florida, and she had gave up the music industry business, and she was like, I want to go into full-time ministry and sing at churches. That was her goal. So we're living in Florida, dude, and dog. When I tell you, we're poor, bro, like dirt poor. And she had sung some demo songs for some artist though, and they were going to pay her. And she's like, hey, Jay, you want to go with me to Nashville? I got to pick up this check. This lady owes me a check. And this is before the internet, you know what I'm saying? So it was no way to do all this stuff we can do today. You know what I mean? Take pictures of the check and all that, craziness. And I said, yeah.
Cash out.
Now, mind you, my mom never had a bank account or nothing. Like when I say we were poor, dog, we were poor. We were just struggled. I don't ever remember my mom having a banking account until later on in life. But we're driving we're like Central Florida, and we're driving. We get like an hour down the road, and I was like, I said, hey, Mom. I said, I was getting kind of hungry. I said, how much money do we have? And she's like, oh, we're good. And I was like, that didn't sound right, because we were never good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was always like by the skin of our teeth, And a few miles down the road, I said, hey, Mom, I said, how much money do we have? And she's like, we're good. We're good. And I started like getting this sick to my stomach feeling. And I was like, Mom, I said, please tell me how much money we have. And dude, we're driving a van. And I promise, man, this is crazy. We had a quarter tank of gas, and my mom said, we have $5. And I said, what? And she's like, we got $5. I said, what do you mean we got $5? And she's like, we got to get to Nashville, and I don't have any other way to do it. God's got to provide. And I was like, what? And dude, I was livid, bro. I'm a teenager, and I'm like, I'm going to be pushing this van down the highway here in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I was like, what are you even talking about? So why would you leave Florida with $5 in your gas tank? And she's like, God will provide, Jay. God will provide. And I'm telling you, man, I was so pissed at my mom that day. And we're driving. I'm just like sulking, you know what I'm saying? Because we have no money for food, no money for any more gas than we have. And there is state troopers stopping traffic. And at first, how you think that it's usually a wreck or something. And my mom rolled down the window. She's like, what's going on over there? And he said, oh, they're shooting a feature film, which is a movie that goes to theater or whatever. And he said, we got to stop traffic because people are rolling through and honking the horn and distracting the film crew and all that. So my mom rolled up the window, and she's like, you want to go see how they shoot a movie? And I was like, yeah, we might as well, because we don't have money to do anything else. You know what I mean? Right. And so we pull up, and immediately security stops us, and he's like, hey, do y'all have y'all's badges? And my mom's like, whoa, we're going to Nashville, and we heard they're shooting a movie, and we just thought it'd be cool to see. He's like, yeah, we can't let anyone in. You got to have your credentials and all that. And my mom's like, there's no way we could just go in for like a few minutes and just see the set or anything. And he's like, I'll tell you what, go see Melanie and tell her, and I'll give you 15 minutes. If you're not back in 15 minutes, I'm coming to get you. Please come back out here. You'll get me in trouble. So we go up and see this lady named Melanie, and she's like, hey, she was real nice. And we're like, we just heard they're shooting a movie. And she's like, man, this movie's about juvenile boys. She's like, you want a job? And because at the time I was like, a teenage boy. And I said, what do you mean? And she's like, yeah, we'll pay you to be in the movie. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah. Do you want to be in a movie, or do y'all got to get to Nashville? My mom's like, no, we got plenty of time, right? we got plenty of time. So, dude, so we go from being dead broke to getting paid to be in movies. So the movie is Jonathan Taylor Thomas is in it, and Mark Hamill. You know who that is, right?
Yes.
From Luke Skywalker, right? Mm-hmm. And dude, nicest guy in the world. It was like the weirdest thing ever. Like, I'm sitting next to Mark Hamill at lunch, and it's just really weird. Well, I didn't know this at the time, but my mom, she wasn't any part of it. It was just me. So she would just drive me there, and we would, she'd sit around while I was filming. And she said she was praying one night, and she's like, God, like, this is amazing what you've done, but Jay's the one getting paid, and not me. And she's like, and Jay's not my provider. You're my provider. She's like, if I can get a job like sweeping up the set or moving stuff, I'll do anything, but I want my own money. I don't want Jay's money. He's my kid. He's not supposed to give me money. So the next day she's standing around, and Ellen Bernstein's like an old school actress, and she's supposed to drive this Cadillac down the road, but literally it's a dirt road that's abandoned, but because she's famous, you know what I mean, she can't drive the car down the road, right? They won't let her do that. So they hired a stunt double. Stunt double comes in, and the directors and producers are like, did you cut your hair? And she's like, yeah, it looks good on it. And they're like, no, why did you cut your hair? And she's like, what does it matter? I'm wearing a wig. They're like, yeah, but the wig won't clip in now. And they're freaking out, right? Because this lady is supposed to be the stunt double for Ellen Bernstein. And they look over and they see my mom. And they said, hey, ma'am, we'll pay you cash right now. Will you sign this contract and be her stunt double? So my mom got paid to be a stunt double, and for Ellen Bernstein. Like, dude, it's just crazy, dude. Crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we leave there, and we leave there, and we got like plenty of money.
So how long? How long does this take?
It was like a week and a half.
So you on your way to Nashville, you took a pit stop on a movie set. You ended up living in Nashville for a week, walking across.
No, it
Egypt?
it was in Florida. Yeah, it was in Florida. We didn't even make it to Nashville. We were still in Florida.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So yeah, we were. Yes, and I remember when the final day was over, we leave there, and my mom's like, Jay, she's like, I just want to tell you this. She's like, it don't matter, no matter what. Like, God's our provider, and if He delivered David from Goliath, Daniel from the lion den, if He's got to put a movie on the side of the road every day for us, He'll do whatever it takes to provide for us. We're His children. And dude, I've never forgotten that. And from that, I got to be on Nickelodeon shows, and like I did like Disney commercials, and then it kind of died out. But at that time and place, like, it was like such a whirlwind, dude. It was just bizarre, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bizarre.
So you did this side of the road movie, and then all of a sudden people started calling you to do more things?
Yeah, that lady that security guard told us to go see, she was over casting people in TV shows and all kind of stuff. So she would call us and be like, hey, we're Universal got a new roller coaster. Do you want to do a commercial for the roller coaster? And we're like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, okay, meet us here. We'll pay you this much. All you got to do is ride the roller coaster 100 times or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
And dude, it was like, and then I was like, man, God's so cool. Like, not only did I get to be in a movie, but I got to be near like my favorite childhood hero, Luke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying?
That's nuts.
Yeah, dude. And he was like, the last day that he was there, he was like, hey, man, if you come tomorrow, he's like, bring some toys and I'll sign you, some toys or, whatever you have of Luke Skywalker or Joker. And he's like, I'll sign anything you want, man. And he did, dude. And I still have some of that stuff. It's pretty wild. Pretty crazy.
So this is Walking Across Egypt? Is that the movie?
Yeah, Walking Across Egypt. Now, I wasn't like a main star or nothing like that. I'm like just one of the juvenile, juvenile boys.
Are you in it?
Yeah, I'm in it, but it's not like
get cut. You're in the background. I can see you in the background.
Yeah. I'm like one of the juvenile boys. It's it's shot at a juvenile facility or whatever. It's not the best acting in the world. If you watch the movie, it's not the best acting in the world. I can tell you that.
I want to see it. That's awesome, man. That's crazy. I didn't know that. I don't think you ever told me that. That's awesome.
No, I never. Yeah, it's because when you tell people stuff like that, they're like looking at you like, "Is this real, or did you dream this?" You know what I'm saying?
It's a real movie, at least.
Yeah,
you had a good dream. That's crazy, man. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, dude. I've had a lot of like weird stuff, man. Crazy stuff.
So, and your mom had you. I mean, obviously you talked about your mom a little bit, but she's like a singer, like you mentioned it. But like she has like some success for a while doing music, right?
She's
doing it now, right?
Yeah, she's successful right now, but she like it's weird, man. She doesn't like. She's she's had, I think it's like 4 top 15 bluegrass songs like within the last year.
That's crazy.
And I'm
That's
like,
huge.
and I'm like radio songs, and I'm like, how much are you making? She's like, I don't know. I don't even know who to ask. I'm like, well, you better ask somebody because somebody's getting your money. If you don't start asking.
That's crazy. Top 4
Yeah.
bluegrass. I don't know much about bluegrass, but I remember you shared it and it was good. I listened.
Yeah. She's and then she has a program in Florida for women coming out of addiction or trying to get out of addiction. You know what I'm saying? And wanting to change their life and all that. So it's a year program and it's totally free. She don't charge them nothing. And so I feel like it's weird. I didn't know a lot of these rehab facilities are like super expensive, man.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Just like you said, just like the beginning, you know what I mean? It's all, you thought in the Christian world that people were going to help you, but they all just wanted their money. It's the same in the rehab world too. In any other world.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome, man. So all kinds of amazing stuff going on, man. That's crazy.
What's that now?
I said just all kinds of amazing things happening and
cool stuff. Dude, it's a lot of crazy stuff. So I can't say enough how excited I am for this opportunity and what's gonna shake loose. I just got like this overwhelming good feeling about this project.
That's awesome, man. Is it is like the name announced? Is that a secret or is there a title?
Hold on just a second. I'm gonna step inside for a second. I feel like my phone might be dying or something.
Bringing too much fire.
No, I think so. We're gonna have a billboard. I think downtown Nashville, and I was like, all right, I gotta think of a name that'll get people's attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was like, just thinking of all these crazy names I could think of to just make people like stop and look at it. And one name I came up with, but everybody's like, nah, dude, that ain't the move. But everybody in my band's like, dude, you never do any drugs, but you're like a stoner, dude. You act like a stoner, I guess, because I'm always staring in space. I was like, that'd be a dope name, the Sober Stoner. But everybody chose against that. I think I'm gonna call it Dope Boy Country.
Dope Boy Country.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Boy. Dope Boy Country.
That's dope, boy. Yeah.
That's dope, boy. The Sober Stoner. Stoner Jesus over here.
So yeah, that's gonna be the name of it, Dope Boy Country, and I'm excited, man.
I'm pumped for you, man. So pre-orders coming soon, announcement coming soon, record coming in November, hopefully, right?
Yes.
Battleground Records, Jericho.
Yep.
Jericho. I'm pumped, man.
I feel like there's some static. Is that from me or from you?
I don't know. I don't hear it.
You don't hear it?
Mm-mm. The background music stopped for a second. Maybe the silence was causing static in your ear.
Well, then if y'all not picking it up over there, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I don't hear it. Anybody else hear it?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well,
I'm pumped for that.
I'm weird,
man.
I guess.
So make sure you guys pay attention. New Rehab live album coming out in October. A few more shows this year, and then the big brand new solo joint coming from Jericho.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be fire, dude. Yeah, so y'all be on the lookout for that album. We got merch up. We'll have a website, I think, this week. Yeah, dude, it's an exciting time, man. I'm really pumped.
Dope. Yeah, we'll definitely let us know when all the things drop, and we'll let the people know. I have a playlist put together for the people tuned in, and I'm gonna go over it with you here. If you have any fun stories or anything you wanted to mention about any of the tracks we have. First up, I got The Storm Rolls On.
Yes.
I got My Divorce.
Yeah, that song's kind of. I mean, it was a true story, but I go back and listen to it. And I'm like, it didn't. What is it called? When something ages well, I guess it's called aging well.
That song didn't age well. Age well.
Yeah, it didn't age well. I guess is what I was trying to say. But go ahead.
A lot of personal experiences don't age well, probably, but at least not for the. But they probably do for the audience, though, because people go through different things at different times.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Then we got Buck Wild. I know we talked about that one. Then I got Rehab's Gallica and Goliath off of the Gallica record. Rock and Roll. And then if we don't run out of time, I got a little old school Fly Away queued up.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah.
So, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody get a little taste of that Jericho flavor.
Are you saying you're gonna play those tonight?
Yeah. We're gonna play them.
I don't know. What do you think? I don't know if your crew would dig Buck Wild.
People dig everything, brother.
Okay, all right. I could be.
Well, that's too damn bad. They're gonna fucking listen to it anyway.
That's right.
It's too damn bad.
You're really apologetic over there. You've mentioned how much you're definitely giving a very distaste for your own song on that one. You're like, this song sucks, but it's what created my new solo career.
Right, exactly. Yeah, go figure.
So, I mean, I feel like you just needed to make more stupid songs, in your opinion, and maybe it'll resonate with America.
Yeah, what am I thinking? Trying to write stuff from my heart. Dude.
Yeah, just keep writing songs until you're like, this is really shitty. I should probably put it out.
Yeah. Yes, this is the one.
If you want to hear it,
it's always.
I'm gonna hate performing this for the next 15 years. This is gonna be terrible. Yes,
it's always the ones you don't think are gonna go well that end up doing that for some reason.
It's gonna.
Hey, I'm about to.
It's gonna be you're sitting at a bar.
I'm about to text you. Yeah, exactly. A picture right now.
Uh-oh.
Tell me if you get it.
What do you want? Is it lewd?
It's
I sent a text message.
It's a bowl of spaghetti.
Okay. Uh-oh. I got it. Who are these? Oh, that's you and freaking Skywalker.
Yeah, dude.
Look at Little Kid Jericho. I need to put this on.
Wait, that's the name of my album, Little Kid Jericho. It's gonna be that picture on my album.
Yeah. Should. That's dope. That's crazy, man. You just stumbled upon a movie and they put you in it. Like, that's not how the world works, bro.
I know, dude. It's really weird. Really weird.
What other stuff? Tell me what else were you in, so I can go find all kinds of old Jericho videos.
There was a Nickelodeon show called Noah Knows Best, and since Paramount, the channel Paramount has that now, but I can't find that anywhere. I know the show got canceled early, and maybe they just don't have it on there. Dude, that show was like one of the typical Nickelodeon show. You know what I'm saying, with the teenagers. That was a really fun show, and I remember the funniest thing about that is I remember Hanson. Remember when they were like the biggest thing ever?
Yes.
Okay, so they were coming one day to shoot, right? So this is hilarious, dude. So they had to rewrite the script because in the script, like, this kid named Noah, right? He was going to say the fans were chasing Hanson around and they ran to Noah's house, okay? And they wore out their welcome, and Noah's like, all right, dude, y'all got to go, man. Like, and they're like, no, we want to stay here. Their dad, which was their manager, read that and was like, no way. My sons would not do that. So we're going to make it like they want to leave, but Noah wants them to stay. And I was like, wow. Ego, like, how bad is that, right? So they had to rewrite the script the night before to fit their agenda or whatever. And so when they got there, bro, these were the wildest kids you've ever seen in your life, dude. Hanson, bro, like, they are like just running around set, pushing things over. Like, you could tell they got big, really young, and they had never been told no about nothing. You know what I'm saying? That kind of kid.
Yeah.
And when they left, I remember the director saying, he called all the like extras in there and all the actors. He's like, I just want to apologize. we'll never deal with that headache again. And everybody starts cheering, dude. It was so funny, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Hanson
but I do have a
comes in
picture
here
with
like
Hanson somewhere.
freaking,
Somewhere, I don't know where it's
Veruca
at.
Salt or something like.
It's like, did Hanson just come in here and fuck shit up? What was that about?
Dude, the little one was like running around slapping the director in the back of the head while he's filming. And dude, it was
All I can envision is Malcolm in the middle. Just them three brothers just fucking running around just destroying shit.
Dude, it was basically like that. Pretty accurate.
That's crazy, man.
Bop.
Yeah, dude. The director was like literally just pouring sweat. Couldn't wait till their shots were over. He's like, let's get them out of here now.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy. So you used to go to like what, Nickelodeon, like when they had the studio at the theme park or whatever?
In Florida, yeah. So that we would film down there. It was pretty cool. And then like when remember when they opened that park up like Adventure Island or something, and they had the Hulk ride and all that.
Yeah.
They were like, yeah, we need you to ride this roller coaster. And you're a kid, you're like, yeah, heck yeah. Dude, we literally had to ride that thing so many times. We were like, oh my gosh, I never want to ride this thing ever again. Because you had to do it over and over and over and over. But
I did that one time with a.
Dude, I got little kid Jericho up on the screen.
I did that one time with a roller coaster at Six Flags near us, and there was no line. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to ride this thing like, I don't know, about 15 times in a row. And I swear to God, I think I broke a rib. And I was like, I am going to puke. This is not good.
That is so funny, dude. My mom can't ride. Rides really good. And we were doing another thing we were doing was SeaWorld had a new ride called Kraken, and my mom was there for us, and they're like, hey man, we need someone to ride this roller coaster. Can you please do this? We need older a mom on the roller coaster for the look of it.
Not having fun.
And,
yes,
dude, my mom was like, finally, dude, after, because they wouldn't stop it, you never got to stop it, you just kept going, and my mom's like screaming, and they finally stop it, and she goes to the bathroom and passes out out on the floor, dude.
I don't think people realize how much that hurts to ride a roller coaster more than a couple times in a row. That shit hurts.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty brutal, man.
That's awesome, man. I'm just looking at little kid Jericho hanging out.
It's like, here's $60. I want you to ride this for 2 hours straight. It's like, cool,
right. At first you're like, dang, that's easy money. And then after you're on there, you're like, this sucks.
It's like, shit, who's paying for my medical bills when you're like 8? You're like, fuck, my back.
Dude, I rode the boss twice.
Oh, fuck.
Twice.
That shit'll beat
you have a blown out disc the rest of your life.
Right.
Your life.
Dude, my head was about to explode.
I rode the one I was talking about was the Ninja.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
That would be miserable.
Oh, it was rough.
Yeah, I rode that thing twice,
I didn't feel right for like the next 2 days. I was all fucked up.
Yeah, people aren't supposed to move that way.
Like my brain was like, I don't know how to process normality here. Okay, what did you do?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So tell everybody where they can follow you and keep in touch so they know everything going on in the world of Jericho, because obviously there's going to be some big announcements real soon.
Yeah, so you can go to Jericho JerichoMusic.com, and should be right now a fire link to all of my stuff at the moment, and but the full website will be up in the next few days. And then we have, actually, if you go to that, it'll lead you to everything of mine. So make sure you click on the top one. The second one is Chris Jericho. I don't want him getting any of my credits. So.
In the walls of Jericho.
Actually, don't go to Jericho.com. It's JerichoMusic.com. This was
Jericho Music.
I got on some weird website just now.
JerichoMusic.com. Takes you to the link tree. YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Pandora, and Shop Now, which is not up just yet.
Yeah, so you can, there's a lot of stuff to go to. So, and like I said, the full website will be up here shortly.
And
but on all my other social media, pray 4 for Jericho. What'd you say now?
I said, and you still have some rehab performances for the rest of the year too.
Yeah, so I have I have 8 more rehab shows to do. which they're going to be really fun. And you need to come down to when we do one. We got a couple. Our last show is in Macon, Georgia, I think. And dude, you would definitely want to be down there for that, bro.
That's like the hometown show, right?
Yeah. It's really cool, man.
When is that? Like December? You say December?
No, that's in November. I'll have to look at it, and I'll send you the exact dates.
If I can, man. I'd love to be there for the.
Yeah, man.
Plus, it'd just be cool to see Rehab at home, like.
Yeah, dude, it's a different experience for sure.
Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, that's exciting. And then live from the press room, which is amazing video. So I can't wait to have the audio version.
Yeah, dude, the album. I'm so excited, dude, about the album. It's gonna be crazy. So yeah, live out with the print shop. The album that comes out October 22nd.
Awesome, man. Tons of new stuff. Tons of things popping. Brand new Jericho coming soon. You can still catch him out on tour with Rehab. I'm gonna cry when it ends, and I'm gonna be happy when it starts again.
Yeah, so I'm hoping you'll still come to my shows when everything pops loose.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see what this alligator video looks like.
I'll be the judge of that. Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. I'm excited, man.
I'm pumped for you, man. I'm excited for you. I can't wait to hear it. Are any of these singles from that, like the Rock and Roll or the Storm Rolls On, or are those just standalones?
Those are just standalones. So when the album, when we put it up, so it'll probably be a 3-week pre-order, and then every week we'll drop a song and a video.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And that's coming real soon, so make sure you guys head on over to JerichoMusic.com. Follow all the links. Follow them at Pray for Jericho on social medias. And
yes,
we'll let you guys know too. I don't know if we asked you the question the last time you were on the show. If we did, I'm gonna do it again anyway, just because. But we asked all of our guests the same stuff because that's just what we do. But essentially, man, if you had 3 records that either inspired you as an artist or as a man, or like that one, from when you was going through whatever, that you're like, that's my one, or like the one you cry to, or the one you get mad and punch your walls to, whatever it is. 3 records you could not live without, what would they be?
I'm gonna 3. I don't know. So okay.
First
I'm gonna, okay.
Fluttered.
I might have to add one more to be fair. Is that possible or no?
I'll give you 4.
I'll give you a bonus.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Beastie Boys, Ill Communication.
Hell yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt, like, man, incredible. Okay. And then we're going to go to Johnny Cash live at Folsom Prison, the album.
Yes. All right. Dope.
Okay. And then we have 40 Ounces of Freedom by Sublime.
Wow. Dope. Great albums.
Like
all right, you there?
I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
And then I can't really say the album, but I'm gonna say the first. Like, I know Beastie Boys is hip hop, but dude, the first like hip hop song that like just like blew my mind was Outkast, Southern Playalistic.
It's an amazing record. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Like, sure. Insane, dude.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
None of those are Christian, by the way. So you were just raised on secular.
No, yeah. Christian music to me didn't really start getting good until like that sounds terrible to say that, but the quality, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I felt
it was cheesy when we were kids.
Yeah, Christian music has always kind of been behind times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which I think they're trying to get better with that because,
it's
like, let's say
to imitate what's popular, which means it's late to what's popular.
Yeah, they'll do it like 5 years later. They're like, oh, yeah. Cool. Let's everybody likes dubstep. Let's put this out when no one listens to it anymore.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, there was a few. There were some dope Christian hip hop artists. I don't know if you ever heard of Red Cloud. He was a Native American, And I don't think he's a Christian anymore, but at the time he put out some really dope stuff. And so there was dope ones, but they've gotten really, really
I was just down
good.
with the DC Talk, man.
I didn't dig that at all, dude. Not at all. And it's funny because anytime like growing up, they're like, "Oh, you like rap?" and they would hand me a DC Talk album or some other people that I know. I'm not gonna say their name because I know a lot of people now in that industry. But I would be like, "Yeah, this is not my," you know what I mean? I'm like, "Yeah, it's not my thing." Or they'd be like, "Oh, you like rock music? Here, take this." And it's like, "Yeah,
Audio Adrenaline, baby." Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I swear, Audio Adrenaline was a CD I got. That's funny you say that.
Those were DC Talk and Audio Adrenaline were like the two back.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing. I think when POD first came out, they were like so dope to me.
They were,
because they had such a positive message. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But
yeah, they were super cool, and they were like they were crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't, like, there was so many, like, at that point in time, it was like, to be a cool Christian group, you had to appear to not be a Christian group.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like,
yeah.
Like, they were, like, big thugs. And they had, like, back then, they had those big, fat, like, dudes that were on stage with them.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, they had this whole image that they were, like, these guys are going to beat you up.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. They still do. I don't know if you've ever seen them.
Well, they were, like, sumo guys, bro. Not, like... Not like me or you, like 3 times the size of us.
That's funny that you said POD were like thugs. I never seen them as thugs.
It was before they were popular. So when they were still a Christian band. When they were a Christian band, they weren't popular.
They weren't like they never got to. It was like it was weird because the Christian community didn't really embrace them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's sometimes when, like, NF he's a Christian artist, but he don't get labeled that way because it would probably hurt him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if you listen to his music,
he raps about that. Like, I haven't listened to his new one because it's super mainstream, but the ones before, I loved them. And he like Christian, basically the Christian community threw him out because they're saying he was secular because he wasn't making worship music. He was rapping about his life. Yeah, dude.
You got to think, in the Christian industry, it's a lot of older white men that are still over the industry. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And they monopolize it, and they have no clue what they're doing. To be honest, and it hurts that genre a lot because there's some really dope, people that want to make music that's positive and reflects their life with God, and they don't get an opportunity because they want to tell you what they can, what you can say and what you can't say. I remember when I put out that album, and that album was not great or anything. I go back and listen, I'm like, whew, some of it was kind of rough. But I remember this Christian magazine did an article on me. Dude, listen to this. They said, this album is good, but it's too honest and raw. And I was like, what? A Christian being too honest and raw? And they said that it wouldn't be a success because it was too honest and open about my struggles. I'm like, you can't make it up, dude. Okay.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing that would make it good. But you can't. Like in that, like Christian music just has that stigmata, pun intended. But you know what I mean. It's not. You can't. It's not supposed to be about. I don't know. Maybe they think it's selfish to talk about you, but that's the thing that would resonate, especially with the youth, who you would be trying to reach with Christian music because they're going through the thing.
Yeah, dude.
Whatever it may be.
Like, dude, honestly, a lot of Jelly Roll stuff, I'm like, this is in a way kind of, you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
It's, I'm not saying it's Christian music, but
it's not.
Yeah.
People that aren't necessarily Christian music doesn't mean they are making bad music. They can make, they're spiritual. People are very spiritual, especially someone like Jelly Roll. Hell, there's a lot of Insane Clown Posse songs that you could listen to and find spirituality in it because they talk about things like God and what I mean, like struggles, good and bad, through seeing God or dealing with the devil, different things like that. That probably reaches more stuff than some of that cheesy Christian music does.
It does, dude. Yeah, and a lot of those artists, unfortunately, that are in Christian music, they don't want to do the cheesy stuff, but they're forced to, and they're like, well, you know what I mean? Gotta do what I gotta do.
But that's not what Jericho's doing, so make sure you guys follow him and look for that new record because it's going to be dope boy fresh.
Yes. Hey, speaking of that, is Insane Clown Posse? Are they really? Is it done?
No, it's not done.
Oh,
They're just done doing like crazy tours, like, you know, back to back dates. They're still gonna overextend themselves, and then they're gonna be like, "I'm so tired. I missed all my deadlines." But
all the big events, the gatherings, the Hollow Wickets, and they're gonna do at least one show a month after their final tour, which is gonna take like 3 to 5 years to complete because they're gonna go all over the country.
They can't even come out with an album that they said was going to come out a year ago.
So,
but I'll give them that they said it's like, hey, this is going to take a long time for us to say goodbye on touring, but we're still going to do a lot of things.
We'll see.
Yeah, he has health issues, and they're going to slow down. Is what the thing.
Man, I really wanted to be there this year. There was something I was going to say about them. I can't remember. Somebody that knows them or something. Anyways, yeah, I was bummed because I had so much fun that year we were there. That last year we were there. It was really cool.
That was fun. Yeah, it would have been cool if you guys would have been there. Well, maybe Jericho.
Maybe they'll have me there next year, and I can do Ice Ice Babies, my closing song.
There you go.
Revenge.
That'd be awesome, man. Hell yeah, bro. Well, yeah, definitely let us know about when all this stuff gets announced, and we'll do the best to get the word out. And yeah, you got any last words or any shout outs before we play this playlist for the people tuned in and want to hear what you got?
Nah, man. I love you, brother, and I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful that not only with me, but you give artists that are not, mainstream a chance. And I feel like I get frustrated a lot with that because, let's say we'll just use me as an example, but I'm just, most people won't mess with me, but then I get a song that's popping and everybody wants to have that. Oh yeah, we want you on the show. It's like, well, where was you when I needed? You know what I'm saying? Right. When I needed that push, and y'all are so great about doing that with artists and loving artists and really promoting them, dude. It's not like y'all are out here getting rich off this thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people know the work that goes into what y'all do, but I do, and I'm very thankful for you guys that y'all give a crap about our music and people's music in general enough to do what you do. And I just want to tell you, thank you, man.
Trying to make me cry already, man. Well,
I mean it, man.
Appreciate it, man, and I love you too. At least one person noticed. Right? One guy knows we work hard.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Now we have to keep doing it forever.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, man. People like y'all are needed. I know it's kind of like when people don't realize what goes into recording an album, and you drop an album, and everybody's like, a day later is like, when your next album coming out? Well, this one cost $15,000, not for a while.
Right? Yeah. We sold 3 of them at the show last night, so we're gonna need to push this for a while.
Yeah, exactly. So, I heard that last place that you came to see us at, 50 Cent showed up and somebody got shot. Is that true?
Yes, I heard that as well. But yes, from my understanding,
why can't anything cool like that happen? No, I'm just kidding. That's not funny about somebody getting shot, but I was like, wow, that's pretty crazy and random.
Yeah, but apparently he showed up like 4 hours late and played like 10 minutes too. So there was probably a lot of frustration in the room. It's a weird place for 50 Cent to play at a pool hall, but whatever.
Yeah.
That was
it was really weird. I was like, dang, he went there.
Yeah. That was a good show for you guys though.
Oh yeah, it was a blast, man.
You guys seem to enjoy the fog machines or whatever.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, it was like I just felt like in my head I was a pro wrestler, and I just wanted to be under these fog machines.
Yeah, for sure. It was like you were getting ready to do your intro.
It was like I was making my entrance 70 times.
You should go back there, film a music video with a bunch of alligators, and do an intro.
Yeah.
With midget wrestlers.
Exactly, yeah.
Just put it all together, man. It'd be perfect. And you can bring out Rachel and her band. And they can
dude. I need to link y'all up with some pro wrestlers, dude. They got some funny stories about the gathering of the Juggalos.
Yeah, I'm down. We've had a couple, but nobody we've had like Juggalo famous wrestlers. I don't mean that in a bad way, just like a lot of people don't know who they are. Like Madman Pondo and Too Tough Tony. We've had those guys on, but Yeah, that'd be dope. People tend to like it. They do have good stories for sure.
Yes,
I'm not the big me personally. I'm not the wrestler fan, but I know other people are. But I do enjoy their stories for sure. I just don't enjoy the sport.
Dude, I was with Mick Foley one night, and he was telling me about the gathering. Dude, I was rolling, dude. Because unless you've been there, you don't understand. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he's telling us in this green room with all these kind of yuppie people in there, and they're like, "What? Like they're throwing batteries, dude." And like it's like I was like, it sounds terrible, but when you're there, it's pretty fun.
Like they're just throwing shit at you. You're like, yeah, but it's awesome.
Yeah, like,
No, I want to get hit in the face.
it's like, yeah, I mean that happens quite often.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it'd be cool if you guys were there again. That was fun.
Yeah, man, for sure. And but I want you to come see me when I go out on the road. What was that bar? That bar we played at was like as big as probably my bathroom. Do you remember that place?
The one in like somewhere Illinois with the really short ceiling with Big Poe.
Yes, and not saying I got a big bathroom. It's I got a small bathroom. I didn't want everybody like, oh, he's bragging about his bathroom.
I don't remember. I think I have a. I could figure it out.
He's showering shit at the same time.
That was a fun place, bro.
We were talking about it earlier because we were talking about. He asked me about any adventures with rehab, and I was talking about that was my birthday. I turned I don't know how old, but at midnight I was sitting there with Danny drinking out of the boot, and I was
oh yeah, the boots.
Yeah, they had Das Boots. And I was like, it was so cool. It was my birthday, and I'm sitting in a bar with rehab, sitting in a bar, singing, sitting in a bar. That's awesome. Hell yeah.
The Looney Bin.
That might have been.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah, it was a cool little spot.
Really cool.
We ended up having Big Poe on, like, I think 6 or 7 months later because I got his contact.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
He's doing cool, good, man. Too, man.
He still ain't got no shoes on, but he's
no, he ain't gonna wear no shoes. I'll give him that.
He's dope, man.
I don't need no shoes.
I love it. Yeah, like I was like I'm not normally impressed with people that like open shows generally. But when I am, I want other people. I want to share it. So like, if you got more people like that, man, definitely send those people my way too.
I'll do it for sure.
Send me all the music and all the wrestlers. You can you'll be our booking agent now.
Yeah, dude.
Every contact you got, just send a note over.
Yeah, just copy and paste your contacts.
I will send it because I think wrestling would resonate with some of your people. It resonates with me, so I'm sure it would resonate with some of your people.
For sure, man. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for all of it. Awesome, man. Well, it's always a pleasure, sir. I'm pumped for the record. Go follow him, JerichoMusic.com. Pray for Jericho on Instagram. And we're gonna
Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff.
Get that TikTok. Get them numbers
TikTok.
up.
Do you got a TikTok?
No,
I do.
He does. I don't.
I'll go follow you right now. Is it Jericho Music on TikTok?
No, it's Pray for Jericho.
Pray for Jericho. All right, I'll go look for it right now.
Yeah, y'all add me. Yeah, y'all need the radio station needs to have one, man. That'd be cool.
I know. I was against it for a long time because I didn't want people to think we looked at children. Because I felt like that's kind of what it was.
I feel like we're past that.
But yeah, it's past that.
It's the new
wave. And I'll probably get addicted to it if I had it on my phone, and I ain't got time for that.
You will, dude. You will for sure. Anytime there's like any kind of social media and you finally get good at it, they come out with a new one like, this is it. This is going to be the one that's like, golly, I can't keep up with all this stuff.
As soon as I download it, it'll be old.
Oh, found ya. Father of Jesus, husband, daddy. Gotcha. Follow.
Father of Jesus?
Father of Jesus, husband, daddy.
Wow.
Follow.
Didn't know you were the father of Jesus. That's pretty cool.
Father of Jesus, daddy.
That's a whole nother story for a whole nother
Wait, did I put Father of Jesus?
No, but the lines were separated, but it's follower of Jesus, daddy.
Follower.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Follower. I thought you said father.
I was like, wait.
I thought he said father too.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like
I got you. I just wait. Did you just add me?
Yes,
Yeah,
I did.
He did.
Dead Body Man.
Okay.
Dead Body Man is now your TikToker.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any videos. I just creeping.
Not to be confused with Blaze Your Dead Homie. It's Dead Body
Yeah.
Man of Replicon Radio.
Yeah, I'm Blaze 2.0.
Wait, how do you find someone that just added you?
Let's hold on. Yeah,
Wait.
no, it should pop up as a notification, like on the bottom where the inbox is. Like on your main screen, it should pop up and it should show you any activity that you have on there, and it should show, such and such just added you. You might have to scroll down a little bit.
You can see I'm real professional with TikTok. I don't have a clue.
I don't even have one. So you're doing better.
I've had one for like 2 years.
Okay. I got you. Wait, dude, you rap?
No. I look like I rap, but I don't.
Okay, I was like, all right.
No, that was me hosting the show. But yes, that is me. Am I in a Santa suit?
Replicon Radio can host your event.
What is? Yeah, I'm in a Santa suit.
Book us.
That was Bloody Christmas, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we hosted a show in Santa
Christmas.
Yeah. Axmas.
Axmas. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can book Replicon Radio to host your event, concert, party, or tour.
Bloody Christmas was.
I was already looking at the videos. Go ahead.
One of those.
We'll even do your bar mitzvah if the price is right.
Wait, what'd you say?
We'll host your bar mitzvahs.
Oh, yes.
Bar mitzvah.
Replicon Radio will host your event, man. We host stuff.
When things get rolling, man, I'm going to have y'all host something for me.
I'm down. We're
Absolutely.
down. You can catch us at Pops in Sauget, Illinois on October the 7th.
Hey.
Or in Simon Park, Michigan on October the 29th.
Wait, you are doing something then?
Yep. Hosting.
Who are you hosting for?
Which time? Scum and Frodo the Ghost and Pops, and then Unity Fest in Michigan.
Got you. Are y'all fully vaxxed? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Nope. Well, one of us is, I guess.
Yes, sir.
1 out of 3.
No, I'm just trying to make y'all feel awkward. I was just trying to make y'all feel awkward.
See, I'm trying to go out the country, and that's the only way I could do it. So you stab me up.
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird, but we won't talk about that. I don't want to get anybody in trouble.
Ain't nobody get in trouble. Y'all can talk about that.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I just don't know how I feel, man.
Are you
to be honest,
vaccinated?
But no, I'm not.
My thing is that like, why not? Like,
Perfect. I can pee.
yeah, it's like I get it. Like the hesitation, I had hesitation too. It's like I wanted to see, I like all right. Let some of the other people get it out of the way first, and then it's
Right.
like, okay, cool. And then when I started figuring out, it's like, oh shit, they're gonna start asking for these vax cards for traveling, and me and my wife, we want to start traveling the world, and we cannot do that if we do not have this. And
Sure you can.
and you can drive, but I ain't gonna be able to drive to fucking Europe.
You just go get a test that says you're clear.
There's countries that you have to have the test and the vax card. Yes, there is.
I haven't found one yet, and I've been looking at everywhere.
There is. It was like, last week that they announced, I have to look up what country it is, but they were like, yeah, you got to have a vax card and a test.
Wait, who's this talking right now?
Dead Body Man. And Rue was the one that said I have to look, or I haven't found one yet.
I haven't found one yet.
Okay.
But
Your voices confused me for a second.
But if you keep on contributing to this government that wants you to push in this new world order bullshit that they want to push for, that you become a problem later on with all the bullshit, and you make it easier for them to pull their bullshit.
Yeah, because once they get this, the more force they get, they're not letting go. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm anti-government, so
Yeah.
absolutely. But they already have mandated vaccines that you're supposed to get anyways.
mandates are not laws.
Like polio vaccines.
Hey, so you got
smallpox.
You got the flu shot. You got all these vaccinations.
That's not a vaccine. That's just a
flu shot's a vaccination. Then.
It's
This ain't
more
a
like
vaccine
booster.
either because
It's
it don't
more like a
hurt. People
booster.
still get sick.
Right.
Yeah, but it's supposed to help dumb down the severity of it.
Right.
And I mean that's really what it is that they're trying. I don't know that. I mean there's so many different angles to it that it's hard to argue one side because then there's a counter argument to the other side, and then
People get vaccinated to feel safe. I feel
I
safe
just don't.
not getting.
I don't like being told what to do. What to do. I don't like the government saying you have to do this.
Yeah, no,
I agree
like
with that.
shit
But at the same time, this whole thing is bigger than us, and it's bigger than America. It is the entire world. No, you
That's what
cannot
they want
sit
you to
there. You
believe.
cannot tell me that the entire world decided to come together on this. There's no fucking way.
You look at
that
the
entire world
three
is like.
countries that started this shit. You had Italy, China, and United States that started it, and then you had Russia jump on the train.
Nobody gives a shit. Okay, that last sentence right there should tell you something that Russia jumped on it. Okay, Russia's never going to jump on something that America's like, yeah, we should do this. Also, China isn't going to jump on something that America's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, but look, dude, if they want to do a new world order, they all got to come together.
It's
bro.
not. That's not what they're doing, though. I mean,
Clearly, it's what
not.
they're
It's
doing.
not a new world order. I mean, I'm not saying that they're not doing something shady, but it's not that. Okay, this is more. This is more.
But what if it is?
You put too much trust in that
Sorry,
government.
I had to go pee.
There ain't
Going
no
back.
there ain't no trust in it at all. I'm just saying that it doesn't make any sense. If you start adding up like, all right, well, this is what they're trying to do with the New World Order, and this is how they're going about it. This is not. None of that shit adds up.
Hey, they've been trying to push this shit for decades now.
Yeah, you know how many times all these countries that are now agreeing, they're like, yeah, you should probably just go ahead and just get the shot. They all agree now. You know how many times we've been at war with most of those countries? A lot.
Look, all I'm trying to say is when you say that American people have to be vaccinated, but then you have open borders and your legal immigrants and your illegal immigrants don't have to be vaccinated, but we all have to be, doesn't make any sense to me.
They're not. No American has to be vaccinated. They're suggesting they want you to be vaccinated.
You have to be vaccinated to go see a hockey game.
And
you have to be vaccinated to go travel. You have to go be vaccinated to get in
They
the
want
bars.
the immigrants, both legal and not illegal, to be vaccinated. They want everybody to be vaccinated because it's like
because if you're an illegal immigrant into this country, you're not going to get vaccinated.
Here's
bro.
what happened. They started something that they got out of hand. They can't control it, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we fucked up." Okay, and who they is, I have no idea. What country they're from, I don't know. But this got out of hand real quick, and they're like, "Oh shit, we need to like kind of curb this just a little bit, if we can curb it at all, like to kind of slow it down because this got way out of hand." I guarantee you it was some type of test or study, some type of scientific experiment gone wrong. And it's
what do you think, Jericho? You're the guest.
Okay, so I think they're screwing us over in a lot of ways. Period. And I think this is a good. There's definitely people. I know two people that were like, I'm talking about like super close. Not like I kind of knew them. I know people super close that passed away. Right.
I know somebody in the hospital right now with it from complications. From the gathering, actually. He got COVID at the gathering, and now he's got complications. He's in the hospital fighting for his life.
That's because he has a weak immune system.
I don't know what his immune system is.
So definitely there's some kind of sickness, right, going around. There's no doubt about that. We got it right when it all started going down. Me and my family had gotten it. Regardless, though, it's still my right. If I don't want it, I shouldn't have to show you. That goes against HIPAA law. If I get on a plane, I got to show you.
That's right.
If I go to a restaurant, show you my card. Where are we at, dude?
Yeah.
I agree with that. That'd be like going to a restaurant and be like, here's my Hep C card. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, and then if we got to do that, and the government, once they get power, they don't give it back to us. You know what I'm saying? They're not like, all right, man, we was wrong about this. Y'all take it. Nope. It's just another way of us giving them a little more power, which is crazy. We definitely don't need to do that. And if it works so well, then why are people concerned? If you have it, why are you worried about me? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
That's all I'm saying. Is I don't like being told what to do with anything, especially I don't want the government telling me what to do.
Rue don't like that shit either.
Two things. All right, the first thing, going back to like, they have to show the vax card and like what country are we in. I mean, they already have stuff like that you're already accustomed to and grew up with, and you have no problem with. That like it gives way more information than just a vaccination card. You like go in like maybe now we don't have to deal with it because we're all old fucks, but you walk into a venue that's 18 and up or anything like that, you got to show an ID. You got that tells all your information right there.
That's if you want to drink.
It doesn't matter. You like if you.
It does matter. If I don't want to drink, I don't have to show them an ID.
It doesn't matter if you want to go to the venue. You don't have to. You don't want to show them the vax card. Don't go. You want to go to the venue and you want to drink, but you don't have an. You don't want to show them the ID. Then you can't go. It's the same thing. There's already things that they've had to do that you have to show.
But an ID is one thing because we've been doing that.
That literally
years.
shows your name, your address, your age, weight.
It doesn't show any of my medical history.
It doesn't. The vaccination card shows one thing.
Exactly.
It says,
they don't need to know that either.
You're not gonna sit here and I don't. You know what? I don't know what the vaccination card's really gonna show, other than the fact that they're just trying to enforce it. That to have people have the vaccination, because thinking about it in that sentence I just said. If you have a vaccination and you go into an event,
they don't ask me for my flu shot vaccination
it's
card.
not. What's that going to change? Because I can still be a carrier. It can still be on my clothing. It can still be on my hands or anything like that. I can still be a carrier even though I'm vaccinated. Or I can
still have it.
I can have it. Yeah, my wife actually had it in February of 2020. She got it from Astronomicon. And that was when it that was before they were even like, yeah, no, it's in the States. We were like, no, like they were telling us all the list of side effects, and I'm like, you have every single fucking
those side effects have all changed 1,000 times.
Yeah, but the ones that they were saying at that time, she had every single one of them, and I ain't never seen her sick like that.
And then everything that they said about this so far has been false. They have always backtracked and rerouted what they said, and it's just there's nothing truthful about it.
Well, I would say, you can't say something definitive like that. I mean, some things have been.
I can. They said that it sits on different materials for a length of time, and then we come and find out it doesn't sit on material at all. It's airborne. They want to sit there and say that. Like masks work, clearly they don't work because people have been wearing them, and people that have worn them 100% all the time have still gotten COVID.
Yeah, because
so
they touch the surface and then they touch their face when they remove their mask. They don't sanitize their hands or washing their hands.
I know people have done that throughout the whole thing. I have family members that have done that throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, and like I said, my thing is we have the HIPAA law for a reason.
Right.
It's nobody's business what our medical history is. That's why when you get a prescription, even on the bag, no more don't say, you know what I'm saying? It don't give out that information.
But you saying, yeah, we have the HIPAA law for a reason, and it's like, oh yeah, I respect our medical system, but then every other sentence that you say about the American medical system it's completely fucked. So I mean,
no, I'm just talking about what the government's been telling us, and the scientists, the fake scientists have been telling us about COVID.
Yeah, well, what has your real scientist been telling you about COVID?
Well, I'm going to tell you this.
Based upon my common knowledge and common sense.
And are you a scientist or a doctor?
Hey, I've been around people. A guy at work just got it over
biologist?
Last Friday. Said he'd come down with it. I was around him. I still ain't gotten sick. I've been around people that have gotten COVID and been around them, and they've gotten COVID the same day that I've been around them, and I still ain't got it.
So what's your secret?
I don't get sick, and I have a good immune system. And I wasn't a sheep that wore a mask throughout the whole fucking pandemic.
Okay.
To weaken the immune system.
Well, I did wear a mask throughout the whole pandemic.
Immune systems work.
We got a guest on the phone. Let's let him talk.
Well,
sorry, sir. I forgot about that. Sorry, sir.
So if you have an immune system,
I really came with it.
And the way immune systems work is you have to go play in the fucking mud and get used to bacteria growing all over the fucking place, and it builds your immune system so you don't get sick. I ain't been sick in 30 fucking years. Tells you how old I am. Just saying.
No, I just think even with the COVID, I don't think a lot of people know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, put on the mask, it'll work. Don't put on the mask. Herd immunity. No, I don't think a lot of people really know. So we're figuring it out. But regardless, I just don't want the government to know my business, and that's pretty much the bottom line. And I think with polio. My great uncle had polio, and if they could have went back in time and got his polio shot, they certainly would have, because he was crippled his whole life, right? But they didn't, and they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And so there are good vaccines, but at the same time, I don't want to have to go to Walmart and show my polio shot vaccine, or to a restaurant. So that's all I'm saying.
But if it's about the government knowing everything about you, they already know everything about you.
No, they already know enough. I wouldn't say they know everything.
No, they you're right. They do know a whole lot. They do know a whole lot. But I'm just saying, the more power we give, trust me, they're going to take it. You know what I mean? And it'll get
100%.
And
look at countries that have given all their power over to the government, dude. It's nuts, and we're always like, well, that won't be America, but it very well could be. It's easy for that to happen.
No, I'm 100% in agreement with that.
And I have a hard time believing a guy that goes ahead and just leaves all our military shit over in Afghanistan and just pulls everybody out, and then lets 13 people die plus some American people, and then gives them all our shit.
I got conflicting news stories that I saw that on one hand they sabotaged the equipment that they left, and then on the other hand they're like, well, that was an old story and an old headline, they didn't do it. So
no, clearly they left a lot of fucking shit over there.
Yeah.
And then they just came out and said they drone bombed like 12 innocent people, and I'm like,
it's like there was like 11 children in that truck.
Yeah, and I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'm like, okay, so the UN, we're going to get in trouble for that. America is. The UN, I guarantee you something's going to happen with that. I don't know what'll happen, but... And
we
then,
pulled
I'm like,
so we can restart the fucking war with them.
This could be real easy for the UN to say, well, we gotta be over you now because, you know what I'm saying? Y'all did this, or... It's just real weird, man. You know, the whole thing is just odd.
There's 1,000 different angles about it, and it's so hard to get into a conversation because you start on one and then you're like, yeah, but this and then that, and it's like going down a YouTube rabbit hole. There is no end. There's not, and it'll drive you crazy if you think about it too much. Because I'll be honest, when I was in Florida, and a pastor friend of mine passed away from COVID. It scared me, dude. That was like the first time I was scared of it. And then my home church pastor, his wife, in Nashville, his wife passed away, and then I was really shook. And I was like, oh my gosh, I was like freaking out. And I was like, all right, you got to chill, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing you can do. And you know what I mean? You don't want to live in fear. But so I can understand older people or people in general getting scared, and you know what I mean? We don't know, And we might be being lied to about certain things, but we don't know. But and with that statement, it's like, so why the fuck not just get a vaccine? Like what? Like
why?
For the exact, you're both right. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Well,
like he said, like
do
Jericho
it makes you
said
feel
earlier,
comfortable.
if you have one because you feel safe, that's fine.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to have one because I don't feel that.
Well, here's the thing: is that like,
it doesn't, like you're both
so
right.
why should you? Why should you?
Here, let me answer. Let me answer. It's like
you don't let me answer, but I'll let you answer. Go ahead.
You just said, tell me this, and I'm like, let me answer. It's like, okay, so you got this shit going on, and you're like, holy fuck, it's killing people for real that I know. It's real. So you have this thing
the
that
flu's killed more people than COVID has.
You don't want the government knowing what you're doing, but yet they're offering like something that may possibly give you some type of resistance to this thing to make it not to where it's going to kill you.
Government's just
so
trying to
why
collect
not
power.
get it? What's the worst that's going to happen? You get a shot, and then the government
But I don't
has
want
a
the
vaccination
shot.
card.
I don't get a flu shot. They ain't forcing me to get a flu shot. They ain't forcing
Yeah,
me.
but
they ain't forcing me to get any other shot.
But then you roll the dice on like, all right, maybe I'm a little bit more resistance to this thing.
I'm rolling the dice because I don't want the shit because I've never been sick from it. Never been sick by the flu. That's why I don't get a flu shot. I don't get sick. That's why I don't get the shit.
Okay, fair enough.
So it should be my right as an American citizen for the soldiers that fought for my freedom and died, put their lives on the line for my freedom. That is my freedom not to get a shot.
Well, the last I checked, they didn't make it a
forcing
law to where you had to be vaccinated. Not yet, at least.
It's coming, but they're trying to force it though, because that's why all these restaurants, bars, whatever, all these public places to go into are requiring you have those.
You know why they're requiring it? The same reason you were complaining about the lockdowns and all that shit. They're trying to stay the fuck open, and so they're like, well, yeah,
they can do that without even saying you have to have it. These cards are not a law. They can say, fuck it, we don't give a shit. Come on in our restaurant whether you are vaccinated or not.
Then they start losing their licenses.
No, they don't.
Yes, because they're being pressured by the exact same corrupt government that we don't want to get the shot from.
Exactly.
No, they're doing absolutely nothing to break the law.
No, I'm not. I'm saying they're being pressured.
So they can't.
by-
So they're
not
can't
doing
lose.
anything wrong. They're being pressured.
They can't lose.
It's just like when you were a
license.
kid and like, you know what I mean? Like they tell you you can't do these things even though you could. You're afraid you're going to get in trouble. They're afraid they're going to get in trouble by the big mean government.
But they're not.
I'm not saying they are,
They can't take
but
licenses.
they feel
for-
like they're going to be, or they're going to make some sort,
they're
or
doing
they'll
nothing
introduce
wrong.
some new law where they can because they're the big bad mean government.
Well, that's because
Just like they're trying to do with the
that's
vaccines.
people let them do that. The citizens are letting them do that.
So I just say,
That's-
do what makes you feel safe, and don't forget to show
That's-
fucking compassion to other people and stop being dickheads to each other.
man, fuck everybody. Hey, ain't nobody give a fuck about 13 soldiers that died over in Afghanistan. So
A lot
why
of
the
people
fuck,
do.
So why the fuck should I care about them?
Hey, Jericho,
Well-
how are you?
I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I have no problem being cordial to you. That's cool. We can be friends. Just don't be a fucking dick. I'll treat you accordingly.
I'm glad I said what I said before I got off the phone. It's been really good. No, I like I said, I just think it's important for people to, have their freedom and America is based on that. And I think it's very
Absolutely.
important. But if all of us, I think we're older than the young kids coming up, and look at the colleges, look at the schools, even the schools, they're teaching stuff, dude, that we would have never been taught, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, ever. And we've allowed it. So it's crept in some more. It's like anything. If we allow a little bit, it creeps in. And I think if you want to get the COVID shot, or if you're, if someone's severely overweight and they're like, hey, man, I want to get that, I'm like, bro, you get it if that's what you want to do, I had a friend call me the other day, because I'll say it, I'm a Republican, all right, and he's like, dude, you're gonna hate me, I got the vaccine. And I was like, dude, why would I hate you? And he's like, you're not mad? I'm like, dude, you're a grown man. I don't care. I don't care if anybody gets the vaccine, but it's your choice. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
That's
us
it.
as citizens gave you that choice to go have your vaccination. Therefore, I should have the same right and not have to go get it if I don't want it.
And here's a picture
Yeah,
of childhood Jericho with Mark Hamill, who plays Luke Skywalker right there on your screen. Hey, he's also known as the Joker in the Batman animated series, or Cockknocker in Kevin Smith movies. There you go.
Are y'all there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker.
That's right.
He would probably want you to get a vaccine, I would think.
He seems like that guy.
He might pull his lightsaber out if you don't. Too, you never know. Hey man,
Yeah.
Jericho's got a new record coming out real soon. Has nothing to do with vaccines. Has
It's
to do
called
with-
vaccine or not. Yeah.
Laughs nervously.
Hilarious. I'm choking on pumpkin seeds, laughing at y'all.
Oh, I was like, he's making cookies in the background. I hear aluminum foil.
No, I was putting some in the refrigerator and I started choking because I was laughing. I was like, I really opened up a can of worms before I headed out.
You just had to.
Whether you do or don't, I love you guys, and I'm forever grateful to all y'all. I didn't know there was a third person in there. It weirded me out. I was like, hold on, this is weird. Weird. So is there three of y'all in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I usually don't talk
right.
a lot. I don't think we've met through the airwaves
Oh.
yet.
Okay, nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, sir. I respect your decisions.
yeah.
There's
Well, if y'all ever need anything from me, man, y'all please let me know, and anything I can do. I hope that this thing is very successful, and I will definitely promote you guys.
We appreciate it, brother. We'll promote you too.
Yeah, same goes for you, man. You ever have anything coming out? Any albums, songs, anything coming up, shows or anything? Or if you just even want to just holler at us, feel free. Hit us up.
Absolutely.
Man, I appreciate it. Y'all get a TikTok for the show. I think y'all could blow it up, man. Y'all are entertaining.
Hell yeah.
We'll see.
Let's go on my TikTok.
All right, brother. We'll cry together soon. Make sure you guys head over to JerichoMusic.com. Check out all the links and follow social medias. Pray for Jericho at Pray for Jericho. If you're live on the YouTube channel, the stream's going to end. Head on over to repliconradio.com to enjoy the music. If you're listening to the replay, none of this even matters to you. And